Why do you want to come here?
I was given this.
I put some people down and Robert had a sugar.
No. The other side.
Why?
Cut with a cloak and daggers, old boy. I've got what else to expect when I tell his friends down the road.
Robert the Brigadier.
Well, Lord Corbett, to demand my opinion, the reason behind what you want me to do seems somewhat irregular,
I was given the impression that irregularity was your business.
but not nepotism. That's the correct word, is it not?
No. John Casimir is only incidentally my nephew. I should do the same for any of my agents in this particular case.
Please go on.
John Casimir was and still is the only man in business science. His entire life and training have been directed to that end. You've read his curriculum rightly?
Yes, that's impressive. Oriental languages, universities in Hong Kong, Beirut, Athens, traveling scholars from the Far East. Hardly a conventional English education.
John is only half English. His mother was... Well, we needn't go into that. As a result, he has not only the background, the experience, and the training, but curiously enough, valuable contacts in Peking. But I know what you're thinking. But it's quite inconceivable that John Casimir could have defected.
Other agents have done so.
Not John Casimir.
I don't think you would have come to see me, if you were quite certain.
No, that's not. But I need absolute proof. I suppose the neglect of his real parents might have produced some lack of stability, but I see no sign of it. Unless a keen interest in the opposite sex be any institution.
Seems odd. The man with such vital information should have been allowed to leave China.
Well, he was only just in time. The next day, his contacts were rounded up and executed. Well, still not convinced?
You've been a blind.
Well, a pretty expensive one. 3 top party officials shot as well as others.
I'm in no position to judge the value of that, since I'm still ignorant of the kind of information Casimir was supposed to be bringing back.
You make your position quite clear, Davidson. But I do assure you this is not a case of trying to cover something up. It's a matter of getting at the truth.
There is another point. In the event of our worst fears being confirmed, do you realize your nephew will not be protected?
You mean you'd kill him? Davidson, I have cabinet authority of what I'm going to tell you, but it's not to go beyond yourself, not even to your most trusted officer.
Our usual practice?
Very well. The information which Count Casimir has obtained covers complete details of Red China's plans in the Middle East over the next 10 years.
And apart from Casimir having disappeared in Athens, that's all we have to go on?
Which is, I hope, where you come in. Are you willing to help?
Never a doubt. My only doubt is whether your business is of sufficient importance for our life. It is. Would you mind a moment? David Smith, Richard Hurst, Lord Corbett.
How do you do? How do you do?
Richard Hurst will handle the problem of the business end.
And you?
Watch and wait and when necessary intervene. Now, with your permission, I'll put them in the picture so far as agreed.
I prefer to do that myself.
I'm afraid not. John Casimir, MI6, unaccountably broke his flight from Pekin to London at Athens and disappeared. He's known to be in possession of vital information, and we must find him before the other people do.
Is this man supposed to have defected or not?
That's what we have to find out. Lord Corbett, who's Casimir's devoted uncle, thinks not. However, if he has defected, is he in danger from you gentlemen? If he has not defected, he's in danger from the other people who must get him before he passes his information.
But I encourage this, no less. Gentlemen, there are some personal details about my nephew that I'd like to give you.
The son of Sir Miles Casimir, the archaeologist, who is more concerned with the past and the present, the dead and the living, And he, incidentally, is now living in Corfu. Oh, do go on.
You're obviously in complete command of the facts. I shall hope to hear from you in the next 12 hours.
Well, I hope not. That can only mean one thing.
What?
John Casimir is dead.
Pleasure.
There goes a deep blue-eyed man. Not every secret agent can whistle up cabinet in the country. They won't like it if his lordship is proved wrong.
I think Mr. O'Hare unduly inquisitive, but since we seem to have been cast in the role of assassins, I for one would like to know why.
Sounds like a classic case of the old boy network to me. Oh, well,
I'll tell you all you need to know in due course. I also suggest you might brush up your Greek mythology. The life is a habit of imitating art. I see our part of it as similar to Minides.
The kindly one, the instruments of brooding and inevitable death.
At my school, they were the cruel avengers.
I'm trying to visualize young Casimir, much as his uncle sees him, the kind of Achilles, the hero, who was given the choice between long and inglorious life or great glory and early death. He chose the latter.
Achilles, I seem to remember, had a certain weakness.
Where's young Casimir? Women. I'm sure you better get more immersed to appreciate that.
Behavior is not necessarily justified, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, I don't mind making settled. And you may call me Peregrine Darling. Darling. We can make it with my father, and I can call you Peregrine.
If you remember that strict professional relationship.
You know, you sound quite sorted already. I don't mind getting struck off, you know,
Mrs. Smith, please.
Peregrine.
Mr. Smith. I agreed to told that your fiancé were only the means and end.
Ah, no, don't spoil it, honey. Wedding bells are alarm bells to me.
You are a very conceited man, I'm afraid. I do not think it is correct behavior to use it to attract this man's off passenger. But in that order, I'm used to.
Yes, I know how you feel, darling. Little piece of Swiss cheese and gilded trap. I would hope you've got a fight on first.
You big boy. He's found you. I reckon I sent him at the airport. I followed him before you to this hotel.
Where's the man now?
So I started.
That's not good enough, Mr. Hurst. You ought to have stayed.
Now that Casimir belongs to you, he won't run away. I think I've done my bit. You know, after all that show comes the fight.
You know, the first thing he ought to do is to pass on his information. If he doesn't hide so, there's only one reason that I can see. All right, don't panic. I will be with you.
Leave you for not stable.
I said, so lovely. Who, me? You must be joking, the way.
Oh, you're not supposed to be here. I better get the fruit glass.
Well, what's this?
I think this must have a message, right?
Looks like a temple.
Anti-first out, second out.
They're making a rendezvous.
What was that? There we are.
Near the Parthenon, the temple of Athena Lydian, which we call the Winter Victory, metallic marble style-based, and an ionic portico with 4 columns.
Well, that's just what I said. That's what's drawn here.
You can't see the little temple from here. It's on the other side of the Parthenon.
You've been doing your homework like the previous said. Go to the top of the start.
And I know Achilles heels, too.
There's nothing else written on here. He's only done a pink lipstick.
Well, of course, that might be right, it being from John Casimir. What? Well, that's what he wears. It's not supposed to be possible.
I expect he has a girlfriend. The waistcoat?
So is that? 4 o'clock. Let's give it about an hour. In which case, Gerda, my adorable ice queen, I would become faithful to my fiancé. If it's one day I intend to keep on my own.
Your activities in Athens might well lead you to the island of Corfu, where, I will remind you, the Miles Casimir, an archaeologist, resides.
Chapter 2. Origins of the Atlantean people. Incidentally, Maria, this is where I want you to put that map of ethnic distributions I gave you yesterday. That same ancient race of conquering seafarers, gods and heroes, who raised upon the white island of Crete their splendid culture, and those small but no less vital bands of colonists whose craftsmen still enchant with the royal masks of Mycenae, and from whose ranks sprang Agamemnon and the great Achilles. Hello, Father. Well, aren't you going to say anything? I suppose I might be conventional and say I'm pleased to see you, but it wouldn't be true. I'm sorry. Nothing personal, I'm sure. I just don't like people creeping up behind me. It's an atavism. Too many of our ancestors were stabbed in the back. I didn't think it appropriate marching with me. But after all, you are my father. A minor biological accident, as I told you before. You haven't changed. I should hope not. Change is corruption. I'm not dead yet. Not everything in the modern world is rotten, father. There is a kind of founding towards better things. You're confusing being civilized with good plumbing. King Minos of Crete had both. I suppose I'd better give you a drink. Thank you. Well, what are you up to these days? That cloak and dagger nonsense still? That's why I'm here. Need your help. Oh, no. Absolutely nothing doing. I'm busy. I'm writing a book. I'm on the verge of an archaeological discovery that will make a lot of purple faces gray. You keep your cowardly new world. Leave me, my brave dead one. Father, this is vitally important for the stability of the whole Mediterranean. I've heard that before. That's my egregious brother George. Ask me something new. All right, I will. Do you know where my mother is now?
Roasting eternally over a slow fire, I hope. Roasting? She's somewhere around. Not here. In Corfu? I don't know. There's a woman who sounds very much like her. She operates in this Mediterranean. Uncle George won't like that. I've heard about her speaking. She's very highly thought of her, you know. If it's the same one, I don't doubt it. She doesn't realize what she's studying. John, it may sound absurd, but you haven't met the mother. I'm not concerned. One, conception isn't necessarily an introduction. No, John, when I look back on a long and distinguished career, I find that women have been my only mistake, and your mother in particular. Sometimes, even now, the memory of her blackens me. I only wish it could have been different. I haven't been much of a father, have I? Thank God for Uncle George, eh? I owe my uncle a great deal. Since filial devotion hasn't brought you, and I don't want to talk about her, why have you come? Father, must you call me father? Yes. Father, I've got something very important to tell you, but I learned to think. Now, you've got to train memory. I want you to absorb every detail, and anything that should happen to me, but it's all automatic. But I'm a civilian now, an archaeologist. I left intelligence a long time ago. If you hear me out, you recognize your duty. Duty, what blunders are committed in my name. No, John, I'm an antisocial troglodyte. I live in my cave here. I peep out occasionally at your so-called civilization with suspicion and contempt. No, I'm not a man. That's a failure. Because if I don't get these through to London, you may not have any stage left. You won't be here. This is sheer moral blackmail. What on earth are you talking about? Reserve some more time, if I could stop. The balcony is good anyway, wasn't that good?
Reverting to my mother for a moment. Who does your lawyer pay her allowance? Well, not the cat's home, I can assure you. I mean, what name is she using now? Let me see. Yes, I remember in Cairo it was the Contessa Roccaverde. And in Tehran she was Mrs. Milton K. something. Mrs. Milton K. Lateral. She feels like Miss Cropper, very successful. From her employer's point of view. The dirt ball was considerable. The question is, what's she calling herself now? I have the last statement somewhere. Yeah, here it is. Madam Ahmed, chair of the Oriental and Middle Eastern Bank, Tirana, Albania. Madam Ahmed. You mean you've heard of her?
That was the woman they told me about in Sydney. That's the princess.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to see her.
Don't be a damned fool.
I'm not afraid of her. But before I reach my life in her hand, I'm going to give you that information.
Spreading your load, eh? Very well.
Is it quite safe, Sophia?
My secretary is down on the beach. There's no one in the house today.
Mother, I must warn you that if a Smith group find out that you know, they're going to be the number 2 target.
You being target number 1, of course.
Exactly.
Well, an amusing thought has just occurred to me.
What is?
This is bound to provoke your mother.
You know, we'll never make a happy home living in hotel rooms like this.
We're trying to make a joke no longer funny, and it's not at a ball. Why don't you come to Cropper? You promised to send, but you got nothing in return.
Well, remember after that little lark at the temple of Achilles Nike in Athens, we lost track of John Casimir.
And of the time. Since the third doctor are 2 dangerous company.
We could also see something else.
Oh, yes. The John Casimir felt her be sexy since he saved your life.
Well, then, of course, it's an elaborate plan to make obstruction.
Since I had placed my contract, it does not seem likely.
I like it, it often happens. And besides, the mile John Casimir's father lives here. Well, he might even know each other.
So you think you mean a temple advice?
Well, it's possible, but not probable they don't get on. So I thought I might go to see for mine. You might be able to give us a lead.
What from?
Towards finding out this mysterious agent who's Chinese and first attempted the Middle East.
How could you know?
Well, he might. After all, he's still married to her.
Maria.
Miles, darling. Aren't you going to introduce us?
Oh, well, the sooner we get over the better. Maria Sanctuary. My son John.
How do you do? I've heard a lot about you.
Well, there's no need to look like that, John. Not what you think it is. Maria and I are going to be married.
How can you be certain that my cousin is married for Ahmed?
What a very welcome question, to be sure. We're not married yet, you know, only artificially engaged. That is a wonderful romantic view, isn't it?
Oh, please answer my question.
You know, that island over there is supposed to be the tip of the deepest sand of stone. They're still married, my darling, because of the work over there.
They couldn't have got divorced. They were 20 years.
No, they were married in Italy before the war. There's no divorce there. After that, they went to Cairo, where the child's bride turned out to be the original female Vera. Not to take too long, darling. No, in short, the Mao's wife turned out to be an art agent. Oh, just like that is.
It sounds pleasant to have had a mother like that. Can you look something? I'm not indifferent in nature.
I've never believed it.
Calvin, come here.
What's that?
Didn't this John Casimir won't go with Brisky?
He must have been his father, the house is over there. But he had had a row. About the idea of boy's help and telling down. So, what does John Casimir do now?
He comes first.
Well, he ought to. But on Barthol, he'll hang back. And that, my darling, is where you come in.
We would like to have something very cold and non-alcoholic.
Uso, beer, whiskey, cognac.
No, nothing like that.
Can I help you? What about local whiskey here?
That's a very good idea. Thank you.
Yes, dear, yes, Money. Yeah? I hope you're
Can't say. Don't be surprised.
I don't think so. Dad, he's not here.
PSA. Tobacco. Dot zero. Tomato. Oh, so you're English. Well, that doesn't excuse your intrusion. Makes it worse, if anything. The gate's down there. I come a long way to see you, Tomato. More fool you. Are you a journalist? Can you see any creatures? Not bad. Not bad. But you can never tell nowadays. You even get gentlemen writing for the newspapers. Miles, whatever else I might be, I am not a gentleman right for the press. Better sit down, Andrew. Thank you. And which member of my charming family sent you? I beg your pardon. My son, my brother, or my wife? Who sent you? Well, sir, in a manner of speaking, I suppose it was your brother. Oh, he was our little boy. He could pull the wings off flies. I'm sure he's improved now that he's, well, I won't say grown up, but got important. What's your name? Peregrine Smith. Must be real, unless you have remarkably little imagination. Or George chose it for you. It is but a poor thing, sir, to choose my own. Sir Miles, you had an unexpected visitor earlier today, I believe. My son, is any business of yours? Did he stay long? A couple of minutes. I kicked him out. You can tell that's a proper story. I'm sorry you quarreled. Family rows are the worst time. I didn't quarrel. I said what I had to say, and he can take it or leave it. Poor George brought him up to be the most frightful little prig. Well, I suppose I'm prejudiced. You see, yesterday you saved my life. Did he indeed? From what, may I ask? A very seductive young female, and some character with a telescopic rifle. They'll try again, of course. Mr. Smith, if you do indeed come from my brother, you can add this. Any suitable embellishment you like. I'm not interested in his sordid activities. I refuse absolutely to become involved. I find his world, your world, Mr. Smith, to be tawdry, vulgar, utterly worthless. In 1,000 years' time, if anything be left, a few pitiful shards of metal or some calcified bones, I might conceivably be interested in piecing them together. But since, like all of us, I have been long dead and forgotten, I prefer to continue my present existence in the past. Sir Miles, I don't know what your son confided in you this morning, or whether he told you anything at all. But I feel I must warn you that by his visit alone, your life might be in very great danger. Is this some kind of threat? Not from me. Well, aren't you getting along? I come unfinished business. You know where the gate is, and remind whoever it is that sent you. I'm a quiet man. I have one passion in the world.
You are having a lot of visitors, darling. Who is that?
Some idiot who wanted to get me involved.
Who is this from?
I'm not a complete fool, Maria. My former wife, of course. The industrious Madame Ahmed.
Now, you're not getting good. Hello, are you?
Should I ask him? Why not the question he wants to ask you too?
I hope I'm not intruding. Mr. Casimir, we have met before. I'm assistant. I remember. You didn't give me a chance to thank you. Well, I was after the girl. Yes, so was I, in the first place. Unfortunately, it was my father who told me to say that, doesn't what you're going to do that one. Does it? Well, anyway, thank you all the same.
Well, so, it was a fair chance. Actually, I didn't expect any danger in this like that.
I've been to see your father today.
I wouldn't believe anything he said.
He wasn't very cooperative.
Well, you see, my father is a very strange man. He takes a lot of percentage to do even the simple things.
But you obviously know how to handle it. You know, I think he even believed you when I told him to save my life.
He likes to prove of everything.
Oh, that was done in the Bruce.
I suppose by any chance you didn't see his pretty secretary.
start here, shall we? Didn't tell me I had one. Oh, yes. And just next. Maria Castrati. Yes? The German also. Oh. So they're on to the lottery.
Except her. I think.
Yes, all right. I'll let you time here. This is what you do. Ask your information of her. Firstly, the one you didn't pick out. Then you must both fly by different routes to London. One of you's bound to get through, they're pretty thin on the ground.
I'm searching, but I don't say for you.
And it's not important. Concept?
Thank you. But I would prefer to think about my own way.
Look, Corbyn's got a son there.
Well, as it matters, no. It ain't gonna be me.
What if it is? Then Madam Uxley finds out. It'll be the end of the junior dog of the family.
What are you doing?
Taking to the hills.
I don't understand. What scene?
It's a mere figure of speech, Maria. I'm clearing out.
Why? Where are you going? Aren't you going to take me with you?
Such a woman as Mother Assembler is temporarily part of the lower sexual question.
But what's happened? You weren't like this last night.
With the dawn came wisdom, my dear. Maria, I want you to stay here till this nonsense dies down, then I'll come back and we'll continue as before.
But I don't want you to go.
Wait and wait. Women grow throughout the ages, I'm afraid.
What has made you make this sudden decision?
That fellow, Peregrine Smith, set me thinking. He told me something that made me reconsider my position.
What?
Well, he told me that Madam Architect's people tried to kill him on the Acropolis.
What a nonsense. If that had happened, everybody would have known about it. I was in Athens on that day.
Well,
And I heard nothing about it. This man was just trying to talk to me, darling.
Well, he succeeded. If they can do that to him, they won't hesitate to do it to me.
My wife. You don't know anything, do you?
Well, that's beside the point. If my former wife so much as suspects that I might, that'll be enough. I'm off into the blue.
Your son did tell you something, I think.
I told him something. But look, Maria, I should be late. I'm not hurry. I have to meet the train. I'll visit this place now.
They're from London.
Don't speak.
I'm coming with you.
No, Maria, you are not. Put that thing away. My door.
It's not certainly will go off if you don't do exactly as I tell you. But then I'm leaving this house that I see the way you want to go.
Orders from you. Come back and hide me.
Go in my house.
He was down after all. I know.
thank you, my boy. She was too pretty to be your stepmother anyway. I wanted to wonder that you wouldn't be home. You must be out. Don't worry, I will. So,
Now, don't let them.
I'll see her. We always go. Far away from the house.
No, don't let me kill me. This is innocent, no.
Maria, I may seem to you to be a foolish, fond old man, but I have my share of pride. You allowed me to think. That doesn't matter now. I don't care what happens to you.
kill her.
No.
Pity. I didn't really believe you would.
I'm afraid we'll both regret it.
Indeed. All right, fine, her. Thank you. Looks like something's happening in Laura.
Now, what on earth is she up to? Well, there's the mile.
Where?
Yeah, the other end of the causeway.
Do you think he's walking to a trap?
Yes, I do. Well, Hurst is down there somewhere. He's going to need some help. Come on.
Talk them out in the car. What happened? Nothing. But plenty's going to happen in a moment. Our friend is in the bushes over there, tending his monkey.
He's probably going to try to pick off the mine.
Distraction.
Strolling over to the convent house.
They're not slowly. Running.
Running? I think he wants to come off.
Maybe I'm certain. It'll distract him for a moment anyway. If he does start firing, we can jump off the pole and try to make it through the wall. Now, Jeff, you stay here. You got a gun?
Yes, but I'm not staying here alone.
No. Now, when I give this word, we'll stop by my house. Right? Now.
Oh, we've distracted him. What now? We have a go at the mine.
Call to him.
Careful! Take cover!
What now?
Where's it going?
She must be around the back.
Would you be armed?
I'd be surprised if she wasn't. He seems to be in some sort of plot with our friend to the right. The Acropolis all over again. She provides the target, in this case the Miles, and he does the rest. The idiot! He's coming straight across. Yes, that'll make it. Outside, I think the other fellow keeps his head down. Right, now here we go. Belly up full.
He's not the only one. Over there.
Gerald Blythe is currently appearing in The Burglar and the Volleyball Theatre